Hey, what up, y'all? It's comedian, actor, motivational speaker, father, husband, Gerald Kelly, the Green-Eyed Bandit, man, a.k.a. one of the funniest comedians in the country, man. Serious dad, though. I want to shout out, big shout out, man. Big shout out to the BKS Experience, man. Continuing to do big positive things in the community, affecting the culture in a positive way, getting rid of this negative stuff, man, taking it off to the next level. BKS Experience, your boy Gerald Kelly. Peace.
You are the best kept secret in the universe.
All right. We here, man. What's going on? It's yours truly, Eddie Brown, Mr. Live to Inspire.
Yeah. What's up? I don't know if y'all can see me. Can y'all see me? First time doing this. This is celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BKS Experience. Today, we have an extraordinary guest. In this world, everything's going crazy right now. And sometimes the funny is what, helps us get through. So I called on one of my good friends. Y'all might know him as the Green-Eyed Bandit of comedy. I also know him as the Joe Jackson of comedy because he has his whole family in it. It's Mr. Gerald Kelly. How you doing, brother?
Joe Jackson, baby, that's right.
He got the comedy belt or rap, literally.
Rap, baby. How you doing out there, man?
Good, man, just living.
Yeah, man.
Living, man, trying to adjust and adapt to this new world, man. It's a whole new world, bro.
Yeah, man. It's so different. And it's like one hit after another, and it's like you gotta adjust to one thing only to adjust to something else,
Yeah.
What for you, what does that mean as a comedian? I know you was out there probably doing shows after shows before everything was going on. What was that looking like before?
Yo, it's been kind of tough for us, man, as on our end as entertainers, as comedians, man. On my end, when I'm saying us, I mean, me and my sons. We were on the road, and our March was filled, and January, April and May and June was just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And we had a deal, man. We had a situation with Get Lifted, John Legend's company.
Okay, wow.
And yeah, and in the midst of the heat of the pandemic, they asked us that they told us they would allow us to get out of that deal. It was a shopping deal to shop a TV show, through John Legend's company, Get Lifted. They had a deal with ABC. From what I heard, ABC passed or whatever, but because I don't know the reasons, but who knows, whatever, who cares?
Right.
This is 2020, brother. 2020, you don't really need anybody to develop a TV show. You get some buddies that got cameras and go start shooting your shit, man, and make it happen. So that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna talk, Ty. We're gonna talk about what's going on. We're gonna get down with you, and we're gonna get together and make this magic happen.
We want to try to do something, definitely.
Yeah.
So
it came to a halt, man. And as a comic, I do stand-up comedy for a living, man, for 28 years, bro, 29 years, and that's all I've done. So wasn't no plan B. This is the plan B. So, hey, man,
right.
But I'm a family man first. I got children, I got a wife, I got kids, So my thing was, hey, this stuff started getting any tougher and that money started running out like it did. I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'll go get a job, bro.
Listen. And for you to get a job, how long has it been since you held a job down, like a real job? And I shouldn't be talking. I ain't had no job in over a year. But for you, I'm talking about a 9 to 5. How long has it been?
29 years ago, Tracy Morgan introduced me to the comedy world in Harlem. And I started doing comedy 29 years ago. 6 months later, after 29 years, the first 6 months in, I was on Def Comedy Jam with Russell Simmons. My first time on Def Comedy Jam. And but hey, man, it's all money, man. It's all green. If I do 10 shows and I make $10,000, if I go work in Wendy's and I work for 8 months and I make $10,000. It's still green, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you do open up the Gerald Kelly School of Comedy, because you already have right now. How many students you have? You have 2 students currently.
No, I taught. Look, you got to remember, it's 3. My oldest son is an animal in the business. Isaiah.
He's a graduate, but you currently have 2.
Isaiah's a beast, man. Don't forget about
Isaiah
Isaiah.
holds a degree.
Yeah, but I'm actually entertaining something like that right now. We're teaching children how to do stand-up comedy. I'm about to open up something like that. Once this thing clears out, man, we could be able to reach more people. We could do it online. It's cool, but I want to be able to go to a place where we can have people come into, But, for the most part, man, God has been good, man. I joke about it like, I'll be that dude at Walmart, man, and getting the job. And somebody walk up to me and go, "Excuse me, sir, where do I find appliances, toasters?" And I go, "Aisle 7. She goes, "Aren't you the comedian?" I'm like, "Hell no, that's my cousin." That's my cousin. Aisle 7, damn it, Aisle 7. But this corona is real, man. This thing is real out here, man. It's really real. Me at first, I didn't believe it was that real.
Right.
But as Black people, when stuff started affecting us,
Mm-hmm.
the whole world is affected. It started getting real for me, man, when ginger ale didn't work.
Oh, talk about it.
It ain't. You can't help from that no more.
Go
get some ginger ale.
Right.
Yeah, that was it. Ginger ale worked for everything in the Black household. When ginger ale didn't work, I was like, "Uh-oh, this shit is real."
Oh, hell no.
Hell no. Then another reason I knew it was real, when people who don't pray, non-believers, was calling me like this. "Hey, yo, G, what's up, man? It's Killer." Straight street niggas. It's Killer. I'm like, "What's up, Killer?" "Yo, you already know out here killing people, man. Hey, look here, man. I need a favor, fam." I said, "What's up, man? You all right?" "Yo, how do you pray, man? Teach me how to pray." I said, "What? Teach me how to pray, nigga. Is it Jesus or is it God? Which one is it?"
It woke him up then, huh, Jerry?
He woke up, man. Then I heard I called my next door neighbor over here. My neighbor lived right here.
Okay. He
Muslim, Muhammad. I called him up one day in his house. He got TD Jakes playing in the background.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's a You heard the TD
my
Jakes
gosh.
coming through.
He done turned Christian.
Christian.
Oh man.
He had the battle on the other night with Kirk Franklin. I'm like, man, this dude ain't playing. Ahmak, turn that Kirk Franklin down, Ahmak.
What was he playing? Stomp?
Stomp, man. Stomp all night, man.
Oh,
but yeah, man, it's been an interesting transition, man. But I thank God for my sons, man. Like, we working on our stand-up, man. I'm back on stage Father's Day weekend. Me and my boys are going to be doing 6 shows at the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta.
Oh, wow. Nice. That's good.
And my oldest son is on tour with Lavelle Crawford. They just did 6 big shows in Birmingham, Alabama. Not Birmingham. They was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yep.
Okay.
Shout out to Isaiah, Lavelle Crawford, man. So comedy clubs are opening up with certain restrictions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what kind of restrictions, though?
Yes, only 100 people per show. Social distancing is a must. Whoever you come with, that's who you sit with.
Okay.
When you get there, they check your temperature at the door. They're doing that at a lot of places now, too.
Right.
So, but the money that you make is half of what you made before. But who cares, man? You're making a couple dollars, man. So, God is good. Then I didn't know this, Ty. I didn't know this, y'all, that as an artist, I could receive unemployment.
It got something to do with that, what do you call it? Like business, personal, whatever you call it?
It's called an independent, it's called a personal business account or whatever. No, independent artist or something like that, independent business.
Yeah. Okay.
Then then you can get a personal business loan.
Okay. Don't mess with no loan, man. What you doing?
No.
You gotta do something to stay secure,
It's a trap.
Hey, look here. Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, I'm a Negro from the hood. I done got come on, bro. I grew up on loans.
You know how to get out.
You gonna
My
give me a loan?
My mother still owe Miss Betty up in 6B, apartment 6B, $4
Listen,
grand, 1979.
I said, I'm gonna still get out how he live.
I got a gas bill from probably before I was born. I'm like, what the hell?
Too. All my kids at 1 year old got cable in their name.
I'm like,
Hunter's 6. This house is in his name. He don't know it.
As long as they don't take it before he go, he all set.
Hey, for real.
Speaking of,
yeah, man, it's crazy, man. The world is crazy, man. The world as we once knew is over, bro. And now, this is the worst year ever. I don't care what nobody say. If you got a worse year than this, we can compare. We don't all lost we lost some loved ones in certain years, and God bless their souls, man. But as a whole, man, it started January 26th, man, when Kobe Bryant helicopter crashed with his daughter and others in it. When we lost Kobe Bryant, the year went down ever since then, man. Then a couple months later, the coronavirus, and now, once again, man, they're killing black people in the streets, man. The police never stop. The police never stop killing us, man. And I mean, we rioting, we're looting. I mean, we marching, we're protesting, and I pray that it comes to a halt, man, before more innocent people get killed, man.
Yeah, and it's important because you were doing a lot of things already pre-COVID, Gerald, and especially with your sons as young black men in this world, teaching them appreciation, teaching them philanthropy. Even during the tour, I noticed you guys were doing the homeless thing, putting them in Ubers, putting them in hotels. Like, your sons are young, so like teaching children like that, at that young age, as well as educating them on the law, as we talked a little bit about it offline before we started. I feel like that's key, that's important. So I appreciate that from you. Salute to you for doing that.
No, man. I mean, I appreciate you, man, for recognizing that. But as a father, I owe it to my children to teach them the values early in life, the importance of philanthropy, the importance of loving people, man. Like you said, we travel the country and we perform for years. And this kid is 6. We've been doing it for years, since he was 4 years old. We'll go find homeless people after our shows, and we'll ask them, "Are you hungry?" And they say, "Yeah." We'll be right back. We'll go get food. We'll feed them. We'll sit out there with them. And then we go, "Man, where you guys sleeping at, man?" They say in the streets. We go, "Nah, not tonight." Call up a local hotel, book a couple of rooms, get a couple of Ubers or Lyfts, have them follow us and our ride or whatever, who's driving us or whatever, and we'll put them in hotels, man. I mean, it's so sad because late February, I was performing in San Antonio, Texas, doing some shows out there with my boy, D-Ray Davis. Shout out to D-Ray Davis. And the shows were incredible, man. And I went to this place called Church Under the Bridge in San Antonio, Texas. Church Under the Bridge. And this guy took me there. He said, "Man, you do a lot for homeless people. I want to take you where they are out here." And he took me, and it's hundreds and hundreds of homeless people under the bridge, man. And I found all of them, and me and my buddy drove to a bunch of these restaurants and purchased food. And then this girl we met that weekend, she came over with her friends and bought a bunch of waters and Gatorades and ice and stuff. Man, we bought some music. We had some plates. We was out there sitting outside with them, kicking it with them, man. And then I met a guy, his wife. They had a puppy and a little kid. The kid was about 5 years old, man. And they all were homeless. There's homeless children out here, man. And I was like, "Oh, hell no. I want to put y'all in a hotel for the night." And the guy was such a cool dude. He was like, "Man, Mr. Kelly, that's a blessing. We haven't slept on a bed in months, like 8 months." I said, "Oh, man, come on." He said, there's a motel not too far from me, from where they were at. I said, "I'm not putting you on no motel. You're going to stay in the same hotel I'm staying at. The comedy club is paying for." You know what I'm saying? Right. So I went back to the room, to the hotel, made sure they was able to check in. They followed us in an Uber. And late February, the last week of February, they were there. And the next morning they called me. They called me from their room to my room. And they said, thank you so much. We're going to check out. Are you able to help us get back to Under the Bridge? I said, y'all ain't checking out nowhere. Call the front desk and ask them how long you got the hotel for. Man, they called me back. Oh my God. Oh my God. I gave them the room for 2 weeks, man.
Wow.
And I got the regular rate was like, I think it was like $140 a night.
Yeah.
But then the night manager found out what I was doing, gave me the corporate rate for $56 a night, bro.
Wow.
Okay.
Look, that's love, man. So I felt bad because I communicated with them when this pandemic started elevating, and I haven't heard from them since, man. They have a phone that they were using with Wi-Fi, and I can't get in contact with them. I just pray to God that they're out there, because no one's talking about the people that's in the street, the homeless people, what they're going through in this pandemic. You
Exactly.
know?
It's even worse, man. It's crazy.
Worse, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to flip the subject only a little bit. First of all, y'all got murder hornets down there? Because it looked like you were swatting one away a second ago.
Hey, man. Hey, let me tell you something, man. I'm in the suburbs of Georgia, and bro, I'm a New York City dude. I never seen so many bugs. You know what I'm saying? Different type of bugs in my life. I don't care if murder hornets and I'm not worried about no murder hornets. I'm from the Bronx, New York. We had murder rats.
Listen, walking around with guns.
Yeah, with guns. My brother got shot by a rat before. A rat shot my brother, and a rat robbed my grandmother one time. So I'm from the hood, man. This is all you gotta do down here is go.
In Connecticut, you're known for being on the radio also on Hot 93.7.
Yes.
And outside of just your normal voice, they knew you for your the people living inside your brain.
Yeah,
Grandma
man.
And Tahada. How does that process work? And can you throw us a couple voices?
Man, Tahada is a Yankee fan. So Tahada was always reading the news, the sports, or if the Yankees lost, he would always lie and say the Yankee win. So DJ Buck, shout out to DJ Buck and Nancy. DJ Buck is like, yo, Tahada, read the sports. And now sports, Tahada. And I go, last night. So all my favorite players did their thing. Last night, Kobe Bryant, he had 49 points, 20 rebounds, 55 assists. So Buck go, man, hell no, let me see that. Hey, let me tell you something. You might sport, all right? The Yankee win, the Mets lose, the Red Sox suck. Red Sox suck. The Yankee win, and then Nancy say something. I'm like, hold on, Nancy, you do a lot of talking for the white woman. Like the white woman, like the talking, right? So the grandma character, and grandma's my favorite character because everybody had a grandma like this. You know, grandma would show up there, Buck would be like, yo, Buck would be like, we got grandma here. Hey, baby, this grandma. Praise the Lord. How you feeling out there? This grandma is Hot 97. I got a problem with y'all because y'all play the old, all this new hip hop with the baby and the baby. Who the hell is the baby? I'm old school. You better play some the person that got the person that had the baby, the person you know what I'm saying? The baby, the grandma of the baby. But yeah, man, those are fun days, man. Shout out to Hot 937, man, in Hartford, Connecticut, baby.
Like, and I wanted to throw it there a little bit because, like I said earlier, in this world, this environment, we need to have that balance, and that's life is funny, you know. As screwed and messed up as it is, you have to be able to take that. And a lot of comedians hide. I wouldn't say hide it. They bring the truth out in their comedy. It's just people don't really listen, you know. But I also was sitting the other day and I saw a skit pop up on my thing, and I know you're known for skits, so I was like, let me click on it, and I thought it was gonna be something funny. And when it started, it literally gave me chills. And at the end of the video, my little 3-year-old daughter was repeating the words, "I can't breathe." And that video was your video with you and your 2 sons, and the passion and the power that came through that video from you, but your sons.
Hmm.
It was powerful that my 3-year-old like was able to repeat that. So can you talk us a little bit about doing that? Like, what made you do that
So
outside of the event?
so what happened was, great friend of mine, the legendary Chris Tucker, was telling me how powerful what I got going on with my sons. And he was like, man, your kids can be advocates for a lot of things. What's going on right now with the race war and what happened to the brother Floyd. You know what I'm saying? How about y'all talk about it. Let them kids talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I sat down with my kids and I asked them. They was like, yeah, we wanted to do a video anyway. So I said, what would y'all say? And they were like, man, get off my neck. Get off my neck. Get off my neck, man. I can't breathe. So then my 6-year-old was like, yeah, Daddy, I saw the video. I said, where you see the video? He said, come on, Daddy, on the internet. I'm on my phone. You can't, you got, kids can catch anything. They can find anything. So we decided to do the video. And the first time we recorded it, everybody was emotional. It wasn't like an act. It wasn't like the normal act. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It touched us. Because what happened was, when I started talking, I was like, I'm a black man living in America, and I'm fed up. I've been fed up. And then when the 6-year-old said, I'm sick, he came up with this himself. He says, I'm 6 years old, and I want to make it to 7. Get off my neck. Get off my neck, mama. And I just lost it.
That part definitely.
Then my 14-year-old, my 14-year-old was he's real passionate about a lot of the social issues and injustice that's facing us as a culture. So he's very woke. So he was already like ready to go.
Yeah, that's crazy. As far as like on a comedy perspective now, even, as time goes on, as we get slowly back into the physical, like, what is it now? I know it's going to be coming to jokes and stuff like that, but what is it now to, like, sort of continue to keep that awareness going? And what is your perspective on some solutions that can happen within the comedy industry as you guys can come together?
I think here's a big problem, guys. Here's a big problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have been doing this for hundreds of years. This has been happening to us for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, since slavery. First of all, the mindset of another human being to hang up other human beings on a rope, a noose, and hang them and kill them or sell them. That shit, I don't know if we could curse on this platform. You might have to beat me out.
It's too late now.
No, you good. You good.
Go ahead.
You speaking the real. You speaking the real, bro. You good.
That shit hurts. That shit hurts. Yo, I had a flashback the other night. I'm sitting in my home and I'm thinking about a historical flashback of what we were told happened. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it made me mad, man. It angered me. The nerve of these people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn if it's not the people that's living today.
Right.
Who the hell? This is God's earth, man.
Mm.
Who the hell told you guys you were superior to us?
Right.
Who told you to bring us here and enslave us? See, man, let me tell you. That shit hurt, man. And then it's never stopped. It's never stopped. It's never, ever stopped. And it probably won't stop. And that's what scares the shit out of me, because we have children. We have young children. So for this white police officer scumbag to put his knee on this black human being's neck and put his hands in his pocket like he chilling about to order a bagel, or he just killed a deer and it's a trophy, it goes back to not just him, it's who raised him,
Right.
who raised the people that raised him, who raised the people that raised him, and so forth and so forth. Now, the problem with all this is they did it to us before, thousands of times. They did it to us before, they'll do it again. The reason they continue to get away with it is because we don't unify. There's no unity within our culture. There's no unity within the culture. Not an ounce of unity. Now, right now, oh yeah, right now you can find everybody on social media.
Big time,
everybody,
big time. Yep.
Everybody's showing love. Let me tell you something, man. We hate each other so much that we don't even know how to show love for one another until another race kills us. As soon as a cop or white people kill us, we come together. Now, they're gonna dwindle some shit over us to get our attention away from the importance of what's going on. What they're gonna do is gonna be a battle on the internet with Jay-Z and DMX, or it's gonna be Mary J and Beyonce.
On to the next. It's just like we forget and
They're
move on so fast.
They're gonna bring the NBA back, and then all of a sudden,
all of
as soon as that happens, we're gonna be like, "Oh my God, well, my team's playing. I gotta go. Let me turn the internet off."
Exactly, because our mind can't focus on the big issues.
Right.
The NFL is a bunch of murderers, man, bunch of racist murderers. Them old white boys up in there don't give a fuck about us. They don't care about us. Kaepernick was on a knee to bring awareness to what just happened to George Floyd.
Right.
That was why he was taking a knee. So we are sitting around as a people marching right now. Then you look at the news, you see the ignorant niggas breaking in stores and stealing sneakers and got their drawers hanging off their ass, and they jumped in front of the CNN news camera last night and was like, "Yo, my nigga, this ain't gonna stop my nigga for real. We out here, my nigga." Yo, y'all ignorant.
Crazy.
Y'all ignorant. They don't represent me. They don't represent me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This man, we need to protest, but we need to make noise, man. We need to make noise. We don't need to burn nothing up. We don't need to kill. Nigga, you burning up where you live.
Right.
And my thing is, I feel indifferent about certain things. Like the looting, I'm like, oh hell no, like that stuff. I'm making us look bad. Some of the rioting is justifiable in some aspects.
It is.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but yo, could you burn down where they got all my bills at? Can you burn down, like, I don't know, student?
He was saying burn down Sally Mae.
So, like, why is you doing stuff that, like, you're right in you're gonna burn down a black-owned business,
right? Our own people,
or another person of color who supports us. It makes no sense.
All looting ain't bad. I got these chairs right here last night, man.
Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they was walking out with some stuff. I was like, man, I wonder if I can get that on the low.
Distract the other people while other people taking something.
But it ain't worth it. Like, I see these dudes going live trying to break into a jewelry store. So they go through the back of the building, and then somebody run out. Oh man, it's the basement. Like, y'all that desperate. Like, it makes no sense. But I do, from watching all these videos, I have seen that what people also, they think, because of the news and that programming that we've been talking about, they think it's just us, but they're outside people coming in, regardless of who you believe where they're coming from, who they are. A lot of them are the ones that's sparking off the riot situation or the looting
yeah.
situation, you know,
White
and
folk,
it makes us, because we're like, oh, what they doing? Oh, he broke in there. Oh, let's go.
man, white people out here wilding too, man. White people burning up stuff, rioting, looting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, white people wear Jordans too. They wear Jordans too, man. They breaking in Foot Lockers, you know. I'm not justifying the looting and the breaking and stuff. The
Right.
rioting, I can understand with the rioting and the hurt and the pain. Man, we fed up, man. But let me ask you a question. Y'all ready for the $1 million question?
Let's do it.
Yeah, shoot.
And I need y'all to be honest. Hey, who kills more black people, us or them? And what's more important? What's more important to us, man? Brothers killing each other in the street all day, every day, in every city. My buddy called me last night in Philly. Said one of his best friend's son got murdered in Philly. Somebody shot him. A black cat shot him. In the midst of all this, we still killing each other.
Black on black crime still happening. I was just talking to somebody about that the other day, man. It's crazy. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Black lives matter to who? Is only Black lives matter when it come down to white people killing us? Or does black lives always matter? So therefore,
Black lives has it matters, period, right? And when people say that, it's thrown out of context because it's as if we're saying, when we say Black lives matter, no other lives matter. No, Black lives matter. It matters. It's supposed to matter to us all around, period. Like, not only when we're being killed off by a white man, by a cop. And the biggest thing is, like, if you have a pie, right, and we'll call that pie lives, and you take out 2 or 3 slices, we'll call those slices black, and we take those slices away, that is not a whole pie. So you cannot say all lives matter without those slices put into that pie, you know? And we know our reality is black on black crime is higher than just about any kind of crime there is. We know that we are responsible, not necessarily I ain't never killed nobody that I know of, but we have a responsibility in that we sometimes don't own. Where the narrative switch is like, your brother, your sister, y'all can fight each other, but don't let somebody else fight y'all. That's when, if a cop kills y'all, that we're not gonna let that happen. We're not gonna do this. All this pent up anger and aggression from years and years of things starts to overcome, and then we wanna, me and my sister, who we've been fighting for years, somebody else come in, now we wanna team up against them. But as soon as that stops, we're gonna go back to I hate you.
Yes.
You know, and we can't have that, you know.
But see, that's the mindset and the mentality of the culture. Not everyone, but most. Brother, I got brothers and sisters right now that don't even call me. I got a brother that don't even call me in New York. My younger brother, the baby brother, he calls and checks on everybody. I got a brother and sister that won't even call and say happy birthday. Don't even call, congratulations, I saw you on Kevin Hart's LOL, or whatever things I'm doing positive in my life, they won't pick up the phone. But then 2 weeks ago, I did a video promoting a performance I'm getting ready to do online. Now, instead of my brother sharing the video and saying, yo, support my brother, here's a Cash App, it's a big show coming up online with him and his sons, he takes a screenshot of the video of my hair and going, yo, my brother out there looking like my aunt. Then all the sucker niggas on his all the haters from New York that follow him, that hang with him, was making their little comments, and then in the third, right? So I hit my mom up, because my wife was like, you know, whatever, you know, this and the third. And I put a comment under it. I said, LOL, you know what I'm saying? But then I started thinking about it. Like, the night of the show, none of them was watching.
Right.
None of them tuned in. Not one phone call to say, yo, bro, how you and the family doing, homie? How's the children? So it's the mindset. A lot of Negroes don't know how to say I love you. A lot of Negroes don't know how to support you. A lot of Negroes be jealous of you because to them, you're doing better than they are. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we all got the same opportunity to go, wake up another day, breathe. Now you get up and get your hustle on and do the things that you need to do for your life. But see, I saw it to my mom and I said, you know, Mom, that offended me. She said, yeah, I saw it, but I ain't paying no attention, this, that, and the third, you know. I said, but he made a fatal mistake because I'm an assassin comedically. So I went and pulled up pictures of this dude, right? And the dude's looking horrible right now because he got some kind of sickness. And I'm getting ready to put a post up with him looking like the crackhead on the Dave Chappelle show. But then I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I'm bigger than that. Forget him, man. It's cool. But that's the problem. And then it also, it stems from us growing up. My mommy said, don't you let nobody ride your bike.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother told her, don't you let nobody ride that bike. So when we got kids, first thing we said was, don't you let nobody ride your bike. Translation means, don't you share. Right. We were taught not to share.
Right.
We were even if growing up in the hood, you came to the hood with a fly pair of sneakers, and somebody said, "Yo, man, where you get those from?" Can't tell you that.
Keeping it to yourself.
You feel me? We were taught not to share. So we were taught how to hate each other. We were taught how to eat wrong. We were taught how to hate, eat wrong, not share. So every time, why do you think this is the only race that this type of shit happens to? And then 3 years later, it's happening again and again and again. 6 months later, it's happening again and again and again and again. We don't stick together. There's no unity. There's no unity at all.
That village is broken, man. And until we restore the village, we're gonna continue to see those crimes. It's kind of like shooting, stabbings. People don't want to come together. That village concept is broken, and it's just like until that can be restored, it's gonna be a repeated cycle. Sadly.
This man died with a knee. With a knee in his neck, and nobody did shit.
Nothing.
We recording now. Oh, we so scared of the police, who are nothing but human beings like us. Man, bum rush them cops and get them off that man, man. Hey, man, let me tell you something. God forbid. And y'all will probably never see me again after this. If I'm ever outside and I see a cop or cops killing a man on the ground with their knees or with a chokehold, bruh, they got to kill me too. You got to kill me too, bro. You got to kill me too. Hey, I'm 50 years old, man. I lived a good life already. If it's time for me to go because the cops killed me, hey, whatever, man. Because that could be your son, my son, somebody's brother. They killed that man. They murdered that man. And now here's the scary part. These riots ain't shit compared to what's going to happen. Because you know he's not going to jail. And if he does, it's not going to be no big time.
Right.
Because they're not going to put no white police officer in prison that long. I pray that they do. But come on, man.
You know, like history, what happens is they try to push it off so far that the people forget. So by the time that he gets his little conviction or he walks, people don't move on to the next thing. You know, and if they do that, which they're probably going to do it, people are going to move on unless something else comes up. They're not going to think about it.
They're going to forget about it.
Oh, damn, he got off. Dang, oh well. The movement has passed. We're beyond that, you know.
On to the next thing. I mean, look at the dude that killed Nipsey Hussle.
We on to the next.
We don't hear nothing about him no more. Where the Eric dude at? Shot and killed Nip. And that was a setup. That was a straight setup. Shot and killed Nip. And what happened? Where to do that? Oh, but when it's planned to use one of us to kill somebody of importance to us, because Nipper's getting ready to change the world. Nipper's getting ready to change the world up, bro. And they didn't want to see that. So when it's important to get rid of somebody who, you know, who killed something, to plant, he's a plant. The Eric dude was a plant, in my opinion. He was a plant.
Right.
Planted in there, and they told him, don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen to you. And he got out of there. And now we don't hear nothing else. It's not even a year. We're not talking about a year after the murder. It's a year and some months after the murder.
Right.
We don't hear nothing. Ain't nothing. But it happens too often, man. It happens too often, man. You know, I'm sitting here teaching my kids today, my 6-year-old and my 14-year-old son, how to react when the police approach you. And for the 6-year-old and the 14-year-old to go, hey, Dad, we got it. Yes, officer, my hands are up.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir, I just, what am I being arrested for? I'm not being hostile. I just want to know. No, that's not, I didn't have any fake money. I'm so sorry that they said that, but that's not what I have. You could check my wallet. For them to be doing that on their own, it brought tears in my eyes. Now, Floyd didn't deserve to die. But Floyd didn't say, yes, officer, I'm just going to sit right here. Anything you need, please. I did nothing wrong. Nope. I did not have that money. You could check my money. I think there's so much negativity between us and them pigs who've been killing us forever that when they approach us, we automatically get on 10.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, what the fuck you stopping me for? License and registration, asshole. Man, you a fucking asshole. I wasn't doing it. That eggs them on, man. That eggs them on.
Yeah.
So I think that we need to start talking on a national level on how to deal with the police. And I think what we do is we need to start getting on social media. We could do it tonight, tomorrow, whatever. Start teaching children, teaching our young black men, our older black men and women, and our young girls how to just say less words. Sorry, sir, I don't know what I did wrong. Whatever it was, I am extremely sorry, and I apologize. My license is in the glove department, right here to my right, or it's in my pocket. Do you mind if I pull it out slowly? My other hand is on the dashboard. Here is my license. We got to start teaching that.
Educating them on the law.
We need to find a medium with the kids that we deal with. That ain't gonna happen.
No.
Outside of the fact that we don't know their parent household, so how that works, because their parents probably cursing at them and yelling at them, and then they doing the same thing, you know. But when we have interaction with them, we try our best to get them there, but we have to find other methods to help them deal with reacting to these types of situations, you know, because we still dealing with those kids where you look at them the wrong way, you know,
and they talking back to you,
do something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the authority issue, they listen, what? Who the hell is you? Like, they ain't having it, you know. But we got to definitely have conversations around that for that. But we also need to find ways to hold the officers in general, the police officers in general, accountable for their interactions with the people in our community. Mm-hmm. You're running through New York practically about to beat somebody down because they ain't got a damn mask on if they're a person of color. But then you go into a white community and you don't have a mask? Here you go, sir. I have a mask for you. You don't treat us the same way, you know? So we have to have those kind of conversations and bring them to our table. There needs to be some kind of mandatory education training for these officers.
Yeah.
Where, you know, on a continual basis or once a month or however, I don't care. but there needs to be something like that. And if you can't comply with that, then you need to lose your job. Because let me go to work somewhere like McDonald's and I can't flip a burger the right way. They letting me out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out of there. I'm out of there.
It's not happening. I'm fired. Like, but we gonna. This dude, he had 17 citations or something like
18.
18, yeah.
Yep.
And the bodies.
Yep.
And he still gets a job. And then fired. Like, really? That's all y'all was gonna try to do? They only put that man up because I watched I guess it was the governor saying that we're going to take our time. We're not going to rush the judgment. He didn't say judgment, but he was like, we're not going to rush it because we want to make the right call. Because you see what happened in other cases. We don't want that to happen. And everybody got mad, rioted. The next day, he repeated what he said. Then an hour later, something happened. About an hour later, he got on, yes, we've arrested him and we've charged him, and we'll get back to you with the charges. Yeah, you couldn't do that from day one? You couldn't do that from day one? Come on now.
The only way this country doesn't burn down is if they do a quick trial.
Right.
Quick trial. They're going to have to get this guy, and he's out on bond right now. You know that, right?
Right, because it was a third degree and a manslaughter.
Yeah.
But now he's out on bond.
Okay.
Right.
And
that's crazy.
that his GoFundMe was probably popping by all them.
Of course, all the people that's on his side.
Yep.
And also, the police got to understand they're under the impression of if you can talk, then you can breathe. But that's not true. That's not true because you could put me in a chokehold right now. I could still talk. Get off me. But I don't mean I can breathe. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, he's responsive. He good. We just kind of torturing him and doing whatever. But little do you know, you putting all the pressure on his back. He's handcuffed in all this position. They said the diaphragm, everything was done. Like
they murdered him. Then they tried to do their own autopsy.
Right.
But then Floyd's family did their own.
Right.
Their own. The Floyd families didn't even match what the investigators did. Because they tried to speak under the bridge, talking about underlying issues, all kinds of. They tried to bring up all kinds of shit. He talking about he had diabetes and nigga had child support. What child support got to do with you?
I heard he was somebody put he was a porn star. What the hell?
Yeah,
okay, he was out there slinging dang. Okay,
I'm a porn star.
I'm gonna get mad because he was out there doing some porn. Shut up.
Yeah, come on, man. They looking for everything, man.
Come harder with that. And this is the first time I've ever heard, or one of the first time where they do a second autopsy and it does not match with the first autopsy, or the coroner, whoever did the autopsy didn't come back and say inconclusive, because
first
a lot
time
of cases they come back inconclusive. They'll be like, oh, we can't find anything that out of the ordinary from what originally. This time here though, it
ain't happening. It ain't happening.
So y'all try to get away with that, which they gonna figure out a way. They're gonna try to do it. Or they be like, they said, this that one time we can't scapegoat you. We don't have to slide you in, but we'll make it nice for you in there.
Hey man, I never ever wished any ill will on any people, man. But I would love to see that asshole in the White House have a knee on his neck for 9 minutes. I would love that, man. And it's not a reflection on your show. I'm saying this. Gerald Kelly has said it. I'm saying it.
We're going to put a disclaimer. The views.
Yeah. The views. Hey.
Of the guests are not reflective.
Not at all. This is Gerald Kelly saying it. The asshole in the government, in the White House, who's supposed to be in charge, the leader of the free world, is a total jerk, total idiot. He spews racism. He spews hate. This dude said, "I'm gonna get killer dogs, a bunch of dogs out there, and in machinery." Oh yeah, take us back to the civil rights, but it's different now. We got dogs too, bro. We got dogs. We got guns. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's scared of your. Look, let me show you my dog. Hold on one second, man.
Uh-oh.
Hey man, killer.
Yo.
Somebody scared of nobody. Somebody scared of these motherfuckers, man. Killer, you ready for war?
Like,
Killer! This nigga don't even know his name no more. Killer!
He's oblivious. Like he knows, but he seems like one of those guys that you got all them people outside your house screaming, burning stuff, and you're like, oh, they come peacefully. They're here to have a bonfire and they just want to talk. You know, that's how stupid he is. Like, no, if you got all these people all across the world doing this, bro, let's think. I'm half Asian, and I was almost brought to a tear when I see my Asian brothers in Japan over there protesting for Black Lives Matter. Like,
Yes.
what?
Yes.
Like, you don't know the impact of what has happened.
Everybody
like,
out.
Come on now. We got third world countries looking at
People
us
love,
like, what the hell
people
is
love,
going on?
people love Black people all over this world, except here. Except here. Why you think our music, our artists, our entertainers make more money with overseas sales than they do in this own country, bro?
When I saw what was it, the show, the hip hop documentary, and they show Wu-Tang over in it might have been Japan.
Yep.
And not one of them mofos in that audience knew English, but they knew everything, every song. They knew Cash Rules, everything around me. They was repeating the word. Like, come on now. You know, like us and our culture and the things that we have brought to this world, to this planet, to this entire United freaking States. And you still trying to find ways to take us out.
Yeah.
COVID ain't take us. That knee ain't about to take us. We gonna keep on thriving.
We ain't gonna stop, bro. Hey man, I love y'all, man. I got my granddaughter for the first time ever seeing her, man. All the way from New York. She came down. They've been here for an hour, man. I want to go in and spend some time with her, man.
Oh yeah, got the family time. Yo, you muted yourself, Ty. We got the family time, but we appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us, man. This is great, good issues. We'll catch up with you probably another time and, you know, do a little bit more on comedy, but I'm glad we wanted to hear your perspective. And also, you know, of course, probably by the next time we talk, you'll have a lot more stuff going on and we can go catch you, you know, in the physical whenever all of this craziness at least ceases a little bit.
Let's get back on here soon, man. Let's get back on. I appreciate y'all, man.
My brother, I thank you from my heart. I love you. Keep doing your thing. Kiss them babies. Keep teaching. I'm gonna be watching. I might have to join the Gerald Kelly School of Comedy myself. You know, I got a little funny in me. You know,
let's do it.
But,
and real quick, how can everybody stay connected and follow you and everything like that?
Hey, you can follow me on the gram. Instagram is Gerald Kelly, comedian Gerald Kelly, GeraldKelly. Facebook, Gerald Kelly. Twitter is Gerald NYLA, Gerald Kelly NYLA. YouTube is Gerald Kelly. Just you know, a lot of things happening, man. The Father and Son's comedy tour, man. Hey, check out the clips of Little Hunter and Joshua Kelly and Isaiah Kelly on YouTube, man. Hunter Kelly, Joshua Kelly, Isaiah Kelly, your boy Gerald Kelly. Also, stay tuned. Continue to support my initiative, Microphones Up, Guns Down, where me and my children teach children across the country how to use a microphone to express themselves in a positive manner to combat gun violence that's destroying our communities, our culture across this country. Man, peace and love. It's Gerald Kelly.
That's amazing, man. All right, man. This has been an episode of the BKS Experience. I'm yours truly, Mr. Live to Inspire, Eddie Brown.
And I'm celebrity photographer, Ty Waterman.
All right, that's been Gerald Kelly, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Gerald, you still there?
I